coming back from the Chevron dials. Oh, okay. I assume this is the area that they cleaned up, but they did not. Well, they probably did. Here's another again, this is Caltrans area. Good trash. It's a little trashy. Oh, see all the fences all fucked up too. Carving or something. Fence is all broken. Steps into this. Looks like this is the extension. It doesn't look like it goes any further than that. But who knows? It could be little holes all over the place. But apparently that's Caltrans. Caltrans property. We even try to decorate. What's that? What's what? What, filming? Do a little community outreach and some public photography and stuff. Yeah. I go out and talk to homeless people and
Why they filming?
well, there's some debate online. There's a lot of people talk about this issue, homeless issue, and homeless people don't generally get a voice. You know, not too many people listen to them, and
That's because nobody cares about it. Everybody thinks.
well, I wouldn't think that. I don't think that there's. I think that's wrong. I think there are plenty of people out there that care, but you just don't have
to a certain extent.
Well, I mean, okay, so this I just heard today that they came and cleaned this area up last week.
Yeah, Caltrans.
Something Caltrans came in, but did you see it when they cleaned it up?
I was here.
You were here, so they cleaned that area completely up. All of that trash was gone.
Yeah, pretty much, and cut down bushes and trees. And
Right. Yeah, I see they've been doing a lot of that clearing down by the 76 and Bennett and stuff too. But so what I'm saying is that so they cleared this area up, but now it's trashed again. I mean, there's stuff.
Most of that stuff is. Well, they left that stuff that's right here in front of the fence.
Well, yeah. So I didn't see it after they cleaned it up.
But most of the stuff down there is like palm tree prongs that they left.
Well, if you start down at that end, there's a pile of trash at that end that's old clothes and receipts and. What's that?
Yeah, they probably didn't touch it.
Oh, they probably didn't touch that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know at the.
They didn't clean up all the trash. Trust me.
Yeah, no, yeah, that could be. Like I said, I didn't see it.
Right
so.
there was here when they came.
Right. So I try and get out, see people on the streets, give them a voice, and then present it to the people who are online, saying, "Hey,
like take back Oceanside."
Yeah, take back Oceanside, and there's another group called Safe Oside.
You bigoted shits.
Bigoted shits. Well, hey, no, it's on.
Bigots.
Well, and look,
discriminatory fucks that got nothing better to do. You know, you want to take back Oceanside. Once you go deal with the gangs and drug dealers and shit like that, instead of dealing with homeless people that, you know, some people are out here that are not bad. You can't put everybody under, you know, that's like saying a black or a Mexican person does something wrong and you fucking, just, you know, all of them.
Gotcha.
All are all bad.
To be a stereotypical.
You know? Because like it or not, the homeless community in Oceanside is a community, and it's
well, I liken it to this. I say, look, if you're living here, you're part of the community. True. You're part of the Oceanside. Whether it's a subgroup of a subgroup, you're still here. So that's why I reach out, make sure that you're getting the information that you need. Hot team stuff, they have resources that's available to you. The county has resources that are available to you down in Health and Human Services building. With either addiction to alcohol, food.
That's the thing about most of these programs. As far as getting indoors, is you got to be on some kind of. Not everybody out here homeless is on drugs.
No, and that's the kind of thing I want to make sure that people understand, that not everybody out here. It's a common misconception that there's a ton of mental illness. There's a ton of addiction. There's a ton of alcoholism, and
there's a ton of fucking idiots too.
Absolutely,
I admit that. You know,
yeah, and that's what we see.
Stupid shit, but you can't put everybody under that umbrella.
Right.
You know what
I mean?
And
that's what we see. You know, either through the news or on the street. We see the crazy people out there and either sleeping right in front of a bus stop, you know, or, you know, they're half naked and running down the street and, you know, screaming at themselves kind of stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot. There are drug problems. There are mental health issues and things like that. But like you said, there are people out here just struggling to survive. Right. So that's my name's Gary, by the way. I didn't introduce myself when I came up. Eric? Aaron. Nice to meet you, Aaron. And I don't know if he wants to introduce himself, but
he just said.
What was that? Mike. That's Mike inside the car here. But yeah, so there was some on the neighborhood app. There's a Nextdoor and there's neighborhood app, and then there's, like you said, the Facebook stuff. Somebody had mentioned that they cleaned this up, and I didn't realize it was an issue. So I was like, well, I'll go down and see what's going on.
They did a half-ass job.
Well, see, and that's one of the other issues.
I'm telling you, The trash right here that you see was here when they were here.
Is that right?
Yeah, but most of the stuff you see now right here in this area is prongs that they left after they
Yeah.
cut the palm trees.
Oh, they did.
See, you see the palm trees been
They trimmed it all.
decimated.
Yeah.
There was a big bougainvillea bush right here.
That
That's where you
purple.
see all the leaves. Yeah.
Yeah, the
They
bougainvillea. Yeah.
completely cut that down to. You'll see the limbs.
Right.
There's like freaking, and they left that mess instead of raking it and bagging it.
Yeah.
They said they were going to come back. And that was last week.
Sure. And that's one of the issues. I think the city, the state, Caltrans. The riverbed is, I guess, Army Corps of Engineers. So there's a lot of jurisdiction issues too.
Caltrans is highly unprofessional.
Are they?
Yeah, we try to tell them their policy. They didn't
They
want
don't
to follow
care.
their own policy.
Right.
Yeah, their policy states in their policy that if somebody at a camp abandons their personal property, they are to store it for 90 days.
Oh, is that right?
But what they do is they bring a trash truck and throw it straight in there.
Yeah.
And the people that were staying here didn't even abandon. They were here.
Oh, they were here, and they
still was grabbing stuff.
They talked to
and
them.
Yeah, they were still grabbing stuff and throwing it in the trash. And it's like, hey, you guys, even if it was abandoned, your policy says you're supposed to store for 30 days.
Gotcha.
Give the person a chance to retrieve it.
But then you need a notice to tell you where to go and things like that too,
But
right?
they don't follow their own policies.
Yeah.
So you can't tell. And I told the CHPs that came here because we got an argument with them.
Yeah.
You can't tell people to follow this law when you're not following
Right.
the law.
No, I get it.
And I told them it's got to be across the board. If you're going to push a law, you got to push all laws.
Right.
You can't
I mean, that's what you're here
It's not a
for.
smorgasbord. You can't
You're
say,
a law enforcer, not
right.
Well,
the law is not a smorgasbord. You
Right.
can't say, well, you guys got to follow this,
I'll
but
just
we
take
don't
some
have to follow
grapes
it.
or
Yeah.
some, cheese.
We don't
or
have to
whatever.
follow it, but you have to follow
I
it.
get what you're saying.
No,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
hypocritical.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just because, the Caltrans workers ain't under the color of law, but the CHP officers. But you still got to follow the law, even if you wear that uniform.
I got you.
You even much more because you wear that uniform. You should follow the law.
Of course.
Because you are the example, and you uphold that law.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not. They didn't even want to debate constitutional rights because, even though they swore oath to uphold the Constitution, you bring up the Constitution, it's like.
Yeah. I hear
we don't want to talk about that.
I hear that actually quite a bit in some of the other community videos that I see is they're that they want as you say, swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution, but when it actually comes to practicing upholding
they don't even want to talk
defending
about
that, they don't
you
want
bring
to
up the
talk about
Constitution.
Right.
We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
They start citing, but they're quick to cite city law, city ordinance, state laws, and I always ask them, tell me how a city or a state law overrides the Constitution.
Absolutely.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
the Constitution
absolutely.
is the guidelines.
The Constitution is the law of the land.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does that override it?
Yeah.
And I understand they're there for a place, but there's no law that should override any constitutional law.
That's like a lot of times. Sometimes I'll do auditing of like government buildings and things, and they want to talk about their policy. Oh, we don't have any photography here. We don't have any filming here and stuff. I said, well, First Amendment of the Constitution.
I was going to say, that goes under freedom of speech.
First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of press, freedom of speech, allows me to photograph or videotape in any public lobby.
Right.
And this is a public building funded by taxpayer dollars.
Right.
And they're like, no. Policy. I'm like, well, that's not
your
how
policy doesn't override
that's not how
the
it
First
fucking
Amendment.
works. I don't work for you. Your policy is for you guys,
Right.
not me.
Exactly.
I'm a member of the public, so.
Right.
Anyway, so you guys live in there, or do you live in the vehicles? Neither. Oh, okay. How do you stay? I mean, are you part of this community? You talk about being part of the homeless community, but I mean, if you don't mind me asking,
I'm not. I don't want to say I'm part of this community because I don't associate myself with most of these guys.
Like you say, there's a lot of idiots out here.
Yeah.
I get that too. I talked to a bunch of guys down on Oceanside Boulevard, down by the CVS, and JoJo and Mike. And
it's bad down there.
Well, down by Apple Street, there's services down there, so they hang out there.
They got a better life over there.
Yeah, bread of life and stuff, and they say that too. They're like, it's always somebody else. It's this guy that goes into CVS and fucks up the bathroom, or that kind of stuff that makes it hard for us because we're respectful and we go in and we clean up after ourselves if we do use it, that kind of thing.
You're a grown fucking man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, I want to catch the person that pees all over the ground. I just want to catch him.
Well, I felt super bad for JoJo.
Or even worse, shits on the toilet seat.
Yeah. Wow, that's just decent.
And don't even wipe it up.
Yeah, that's just decent human.
It's not even the homeless that do it.
Yeah. A lot of people blame it on homeless, but it's not.
Yeah. What happens is that it's one homeless guy that does it, or it's some jerk that does it. And then they blame it on all the homeless. Like you're saying, they stereotype everybody in that regard.
It's like, here's the story. It's like, okay, well, I'm driving down the road yesterday, and a car in front of me, she, bam, slams into somebody.
Yeah.
Killed the lady and the kid. Yeah. They stopped to give money to the homeless. Or something, it's always, they always find a way.
Oh, the lady had stopped.
Well, that's not really what happened.
I got you.
I'm just using that for
Right. Yeah.
No, it's like the homeless. The homeless is the go-to for a lot of people. Like, take back Oceanside people.
Yeah.
They're so bigoted. They blame everything on the homeless. Like, if a robbery happens, must have been a homeless person.
How about that?
Well, there's no people that live indoors that rob people. There's plenty of people indoors
There's
that
plenty
rob
of people that do that. Yeah.
When that one guy took the machete, he had a machete or something. No, he grabbed that kid and he dragged him down in the bushes.
Oh, you're talking about the kid at Alex Road Skate Park?
But yeah, or something.
Yeah.
But they don't tell the whole story. How the kid egged the guy on.
The kid was like harassing the guy?
He was harassing him and his little buddies were harassing him. It still doesn't make it right for him.
No.
Right.
Come on, man.
But then his father goes online or wherever and he says that that's typical of the homeless people in the San Luis Rey.
Yeah, it's not typical.
Well,
it's typical of that fucking idiot because something's wrong with his head.
Yeah, there was something wrong with that guy, either drugs or something. I
Feed
mean,
right into that.
Yeah.
So now all the homeless people run around beating up kids.
yeah, I never understood, or I never heard the whole story about that. I just heard what was online, like you said about Tim and talking about his son being, potentially abducted or assaulted by this guy, and they had.
You got people who are not homeless who say, yeah, there's homeless people. Meanwhile, they're raping their daughters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
At home, most rape, family, child molestations go on in the home.
I don't know how that came up, but
no, he was just using that example. They're snatching up kids and yet it goes on in the house more than it does out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So have you guys talked to the hot team?
Hot team.
The homeless outreach team?
Oh, the ones run by OPD?
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to get a gauge at how successful they are in contacting and outreach for people and getting them in contact with the services that they have on their handouts.
They approached me a couple times. I talked to them.
Yeah.
They gave me a piece of paper. I called a couple of places. I'm not going to name the places. But pretty much it was, Mr. Whatever.
Yeah.
So, do you have a drug or alcohol problem? No, I don't do drugs or I don't do alcohol.
Yeah.
I used to drink when I was younger, but I can't afford that anyway.
Yeah.
I said, well, basically the same. Our program is geared for the drug addict or the alcoholic.
Yeah.
And so
So they basically said they couldn't help you because you weren't a drug or alcohol.
I go in there and say I was. Then I got a cop something I'm not.
I see. I see.
The only one that wasn't like that was I think it was Catholic Charities or whatever they were.
Yeah.
In Carlsbad.
Yeah.
They got a program there where you can just go in and they pretty much let you keep your dignity.
Yeah.
Go in there. There are a lot of people out here that are homeless that are drug addicts and alcoholics.
Sure.
Drug addicts and alcoholics that are not homeless.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Here's the thing. I know it's only been a few days, but it would have been nice if you'd have came the same day or the day after.
I wish I'd known. Yeah, I would have been down here to see it because I really want to see.
I mean, there's probably a little bit of trash.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's probably a little bit of
Yeah.
trash. But it's a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you'd have came right after, it pretty much looks the same.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, the leaves from the bougainvillea was spread out everywhere. It got raked
So you're
up.
saying
It got
they
raked
basically came down and cut down more brush than anything and cleared the area?
up. They cleared. They see the pathway they cleared and the
Yeah.
bushes right there. They did that. They took that mess. But when they cut down the bougainvillea,
Yeah.
you can see the branches are still down there.
Yeah.
All the leaves. You know, they said.
So they didn't really clean out any trash at all.
They came here to make it uncomfortable for the people that live down there.
Right.
To chase them out.
Right.
basically.
They cleaned up some of the trash.
Right.
It was like he said, it was a half-ass job. They
Yeah.
cleaned up some of the trash and left this stuff, left the cuttings of the bougainvillea, left the prongs.
Yeah.
The prongs are all still down there.
Sure. Yeah, I saw in the culvert. Actually, in the culvert, there was a ton of
Yeah.
the palm tree stuff.
They cut it down because they cut that palm tree and a lot of the prongs from that palm tree.
Right.
And they pretty much left it and said they were coming back.
Right.
That was Thursday, right? When they came. Here it is, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Maybe I know the
I understand your Caltrans. They're probably busy, but
Well, it's their
Yeah.
job, though. I mean, if they get called out to do a job, I mean,
you
they
know,
should
Caltrans,
do it, right?
you get paid pretty good money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And they had like what 5-6 dudes here. They should have been able to knock that out.
Yeah.
Oh, they had more. Oh yeah, plus the dudes that were cutting, but those dudes were just cutting the what you call it?
Right. Right.
Bushes. There was 2 or 3 cutting, then they had 5 or 6 picking up trash. It's like that's a big crew to pick up a little area like this.
Sure.
Well, it's part of it was harassment too.
Yeah, I know.
They're
I
trying to
realize
harass
that.
you to get you moving on.
Right.
You got this guy over here in Shell who just really got a hard on.
He's really a bigot.
The
towards
Shell guy?
homeless. Yeah. His
Yeah.
name is Jose. He's
Jose?
a bigot towards the homeless. He hates the homeless. He banned all homeless from shopping there just because a couple of homeless people.
Because a couple homeless people did what?
I don't know what they did, but sent the
Loitering
memo.
in
He sent the
store or
memo. He gave a
something.
memo to his workers saying don't serve any homeless.
Right, but I mean, if you have money, what should make a difference if you
But
have?
here's the thing. So if a black
I mean, if you
person,
go in to buy
let's
something.
let's say if a black person went in there and did something or stole something from, are you gonna say no more blacks can come in here? Or
Yeah.
no more Mexicans?
Yeah,
Or no
yeah.
more whites if they do the same thing? It's like, really?
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
Saying that they sell drugs in the parking lot.
Yeah, but that's not everybody. That's
Right.
a couple, 1 or 2 dudes. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna name names, but there was a kid selling drugs in the parking lot. He wasn't homeless.
Yeah.
He wasn't homeless.
Oh, he wasn't homeless.
But some of the homeless people were fine.
Hey,
Talk to him, Michael.